Hello everyone, welcome to discuss one more innovative teaching methodology, Google Forms.
Everyone, I am Dheeraj Rane. Today I am going to discuss one more new innovative teaching methodology, that is Google Forms.
Google Form is a web-based app provided to us by Google. We can get it by simply having a Gmail ID. Out of many packages provided by the Google Forms is one out of it. Today's tutorial layout will be like this. First of all, we'll go with the introduction of the forms and the features. Later on, we will do with the basics, then followed by the question addition about the survey, and the last will be sending the forms and analyzing the reports. To create the Google Forms, use the web link as forms.google.com. Type it into the browser. After that, you will see this kind of the options are there. The first one is the blank. Or some of the basic templates are available there. We may use it for the fasten our work if it is going to match with them particular work. If we click on the blank, the new form will appear. This is to click on the new form, and if you click here, you will get all the possible template by which we create the forms. Okay, from out of many templates, the personal, work, and education, I am showing here the some of the templates useful for the education. If you are starting with the blank form, so you will get the window like this. So the very first thing here, that is the title of the form. This particular title is to visible onto the form. Here the form is collecting the email addresses. By default, every form collect the email address, and without logging to the Gmail account, he cannot respond to the forms. But it may change. It depends on the requirement. Sometimes it may happen that you are taking the anonymous feedback. Okay, so in that case you may avoid it by there. The change setting is there. Using it, you can do it. Now, editing of the Google Forms. Now, in the previous slide we have seen when there was a blank form was available there. The one question was there was by default, that is the multiple choice question. Okay, so in the blank form, we will start with the form description. Here you have to provide the information and the purpose of the form for what we are creating these forms. Email address of the respondent. To add a new question, here is a symbol, that is a plus, this button. If you click the button, plus button, the new question will get added. By default, there is a one question, multiple choice question. Out of many questions, it is not mandatory to respond for all the questions. It may depend to the responder. But many times it may happen the some of the questions are very essential, like the roll number or a name of the student. It is like that. In that case, you may mark it and make it required. So this particular question will must have to solve by the respondent. Now the types of questions, there are around 10 types of the questions can be handled by using Google Forms. So this is the list of the questions, that it is a textual, numeric, and the choice based. We are going to see it one by one. Common question is the short answer question. This type of the question we may ask the name of the student or just this formal introduction about the student. Second type of the question, that is the paragraph question. This type of questions we use when we have to collect some of the information in the descriptive formats. For example, introduce yourself or the requirement or give the view on a particular topic. It is like that. This is the multiple choice question. Now here we can see in multiple choice question there are the options like option 1, option 2. the respondent has to select one option out of it. Particularly in this type of the question, respondent cannot select more than one choice. Boxes question and choice based questions are very similar with one difference. In choice based, respondent may select one option out of the given possible answers, whereas in checkboxes, respondent may select more than one. I want to add one more thing here. You can add image for asking the questions also. Means for every questions, if you highlight here something like this, okay, so you will get logo for the image by which you may load the image to the questions. Depends on that, you may ask the question. In the similar way, in the choice based questions, checkbox questions, for options also you may add the image, okay, like this. Suppose that the question is something like that, which animal is this? So in that case, these options will be have the images of the animals, okay. So this is also possible with the checkboxes and the choice based questions also. Now next is the drop down question. I will say this particular question is very similar to the choice based question. Very similar, I will say, the behavior and analysis and the idea getting out of it. The only difference is that in choice based question, there is a radio button, the circle one, okay. Out of that, one circle has to click and one option has to choose. But that kind of the thing is very nice to see if the options are 3, 4 or 5, or maybe easily get covered within the web page. But suppose the options are more than 5 and 10 or 20 or something like that, or more than of it. So in that case, we may use a drop down. What is happening? It is saving the space, as we can say with the output window. Okay, there will be the one text box here, text box type space, and if you click, then it will be drop down menu will be available, and depends on that the respondent will select the choice. These are the options of the drop down, and this is how the drop down option will look like in the form. Now next, very different question and the important one, that is the file uploading. Up to so far, we have seen the types of the questions like a short answer question, paragraphs, or the choices one. But sometimes it may happen that the respondent is want to give the answer in some kind of the files. It may be image, it may be audio, video, PPT, PDF, anything like that. You may expect some kind of the assignment from the students. In that case, you are expecting to get some file from the respondent. Obviously, this file cannot be stored with the Google Sheets or some kind of the comma separated value files. So it needs the big space also. For that purpose, this form will use your Google Drive space. Okay. So whenever you will select the question, the file upload question, at that time it will ask you to permission to allow the respondent to access your Google Drive, okay, to upload their files. There is no issue about it. They will have the access, but there will be a particular directory. Only in that particular directory, respondent will be able to store his file. Again, that is via forms only, not the manually at all. Okay, so it is a very secure one, no issue. And obviously, if you want to collect the file upload file question, then you will have to click continue. Otherwise, you cannot use this question. Next is what type of the files can be. I have click here. Okay, so I may give a specific kinds of the file to get upload. If I am not selecting it, the respondent may upload any kind of the file. Okay, so these are a very particular choice of the files which is expected to get uploaded via Google Form. Now maximum number of the files, so obviously minimum one, you may extend it up to the 10. Okay, maximum file size, it is 10 MB. Practically it maybe goes up to the 10 GB also, but maximum support is available by the free Google Form, that is only 1 GB at most. In a purchase version, it may extend to the 10 GB even. Yes, scale. This type of the question is expected when you are asking the question like what is the rank, or what is the rating of a particular movie. in that case we may ask the question like this, or we may have given some scale out of the 10 how many marks you will give. Okay, in that case we will use this kind of the question. Okay, now again you have to specify what is the low and what is the maximum, because that is the convenience or the conventions by the respondent and the observer. Okay, so particularly suppose I am asking about the rating of the movie, so this 5 will be good and 1 will be the bad one. Or if I am asking about the rank, then this 1 will be very good and 5 will be the bad one. Okay, so possibility of the minimum bound is 0 or 1. Okay, whereas the maximum it may be 5 to 10. So I have used here the maximum 10, 1 may be run to the 0. This is the range we have to select. This is the where we have to give the conventions about it, and this is how the output will look like. Now multiple choice grid. Now you are aware of choice based window. Okay, we are going to select one choice out of the given possible combinations. But suppose that you have to ask many questions of the same time with the different patterns. For example, that I want to select from the row 1 option, from row 2 the another option, row 3 the another option, like that. And for everywhere there are the 3 choices. In that case I will use the multiple choice grid option. The output of this particular question will be look like this. Okay, so you have to select one option in row 1 from column 1 to column 2. Same thing about the row 2. You may have the more than one column, so obviously the rule will be the same. Out of the number of the columns, only one option will be get selected for the respective row. Now checkbox grid. Now again we have seen about the checkboxes and the choice based questions. It is very similar to the choice based grid. Okay, well, the basic difference is that there we have to select one option in a single row, but here we may have more than one option in a row. Okay, the last type of the questions are the date and time. There is not too much has to think about it. It is simply say enter the date and there will be the control for the date. Okay, and same thing is about the time. This is the date one. The next is that adding of image into the form. This is not a question, but sometimes question maybe depends on some kind of the image. For example, you are loading an image of the tiger and you may ask what it is called. Okay, with the very simple one. So there is a button, the image button. If you click, the form will show the pop-up to select the image. You may select the image from the various of the ways available here. So the very first one you may upload. Okay, so if you upload, it will be upload from your computer. Another is the camera. If there is an integrated webcam is available, so you may capture the live image by URL. It is available with some of the website or some of the other web source. So that URL may be. Photos is from the Picasa. The Google, so one more the very nice product, that is a Picasa. From there also you may select the image. The last one, the source is the Google Drive. Okay, on your drive you may have put some of the image that also can be get included here. And the last one you may search even. Okay, so no worries, the images that you may search. As I am shown that particular image here for the demonstration, I click on the Google image search and I am searching tiger cub. Okay, so it is showing me the images of the tiger cub from the Google search. So out of that I may select the single any one of the image and it will get displayed with the form. As we have discussed about the image, the same thing is applicable to video. If you click this particular video button, form will ask you to load the image for the question. Okay, so videos can be loaded via two ways only. One is the URL, another is the video search. Okay, so URL is anything. It may be on the Google Drive or you may have a web link from anywhere where you may access the video. Okay, another thing is that the video search. So here I am searching with my name, the Dheeraj Rane, the videos. So two videos are there. So I may select any of the video. That video will be available with the form. It will get embedded within the form, and depends on that later I may ask the question. It is a very general search. You may search from the videos available across the globe via Google search engine. But particularly we may observe that YouTube is also one of the product of Google. So most possible and probable output will be from the YouTube only, and it will be more compatible even. Okay, so every kind of the data has been got added to the Google form. Now one more thing is there, that is a section. It is not a data. This kind of the thing is used for organizing the form. The very first use of it, for example, that suppose you are having the 100 questions. Okay, so what will happen then? The web page will cover the 100 questions, and it will be too lengthy to load by the browser, and even to get understand by the respondent even. So in place of that, we can do, after 10 questions we may say add section, add section. Okay, so there will be the 10 different sections for the 10 questions. So that is possible, and even respondent will be aware how many sections are there and how to get solve out of it. Another very important advantage of this particular section, okay, while we were having the choice based question, in a choice based question, in a setting, there is a option where to go. In a normal execution of the form sequence, it always going to the next following question. Okay, but there you may select depends on answer, in which section you have to go. So because of that, you may create a hierarchical kind or a specific forms depends on a respondent. For example, that you may have a different question for the UG student and different questions for the PG student, or set of the questions. So for a particular choice, UG or PG, okay, you may move to the some different kind of the sections. So we will click here and you will get section added. Now next is duplicate a question, image and or a section. Okay, every question and section at the bottom it is having logo to click it. Okay, to copy it. If you move the cursor over, you will easily get it. The important thing I want to tell you here, when you say duplicate a question, it is not necessary that the question will be get duplicated from even your given forms only. It may be from the different forms also. Okay. So far we have seen all the possible questions. Now we will see the settings about the question. As we are writing information for the form in their descriptive tab, in a similar way, we may add the description about the questions along with the questions there. So here it will have a description just below the question. It may give the some additional information about the question, what type of the answer it is expecting, or what about you are talking about it. Okay, so that is required. Another is the response validation. Now here I have given the example about the short answer question. Now short answer questions may have the answers, the number, the text, the length, or the regular expression like the email ID. Okay, now if there is a number, suppose I am asking you mobile number, so mobile number must have 10 digit. So because of that, you may add a particular formatting there. The number should be greater than the, obviously, the one. If I are talking the roughly the 10 times 1 and less than 9 times 10 times 9. Okay, or in a similar way we may say, suppose that you are creating an email ID. For the email ID, the age of the student or learner must be more than 12 years. So in that case, you may have the validations about the age also, the likewise. This is where we can add the description, and these are the types of validations. Now move to the section. As we have discussed with the previous slide, depends on choice, we may move to the particular section. How to add the section, that we have seen with the previous slide. Now here there is an option to go to a section depends on a answer. If we click it, so depends on option 1, we may have a different choice. Depend on option 2, we may have a different choice. Obviously, two options may have a same choice, but we are having a chances to select it. Now change your default setting. Okay, so basically so far we have seen the fonts which is looking white in color and having the blue strip in title. So this kind of the thing we may change. We may have the different themes. If we click on the setting, the right top you will have this number of the buttons, depends on a version and particular browser it may vary, but these numbers are there. There will be the this kind of the numbers will be available with the menu. Okay, the very first one, that is a preview. While designing the forms you may check out how your forms looking like. Another is the setting, then undo. Star is the imported, copy, moving to folder, move to trash, deleting it, get pre-filled it, and printing the forms. Okay, so this kind of the information, activities we may do. Okay, so if we click the setting, we'll move to the setting tab. General setting. In general setting, very first one, as we have discussed while starting the discussion about the form, the collecting the email addresses. So by default it is get selected. By default it is got selected. If you don't want to collect the email addresses, you may deselect it. Another is responses. If you are collecting the information via the email, it may restrict for the one response. Okay, if you click it via login of the one email ID, you will get the one response. So you will be assured about the single response from the single persons. Okay, that depends on a choice what type of the information you are going to get collect. So you will do it. Now recommendation form. After adding the response, you may the respondent may expect to have the change. So that facility is also available here. If you click it, the respondent may edit the answer after filling and submitting the form. But suppose that you are having forms like quiz or examination point of view, so at that time you will not like to select it. Okay, see summary charts and the text responses. The respondent may see earlier field information of your forms. That depends on your choice. You may provide him. Presentation. So very first one, the show progress bar. So there are many questions, so depends on that how many questions are solved and how many questions are in queue. That percentage wise the progress bar will show it. Shuffle the question order. If you are even using some kind of the quiz or examination, in that way you may like to change the order of the questions. Okay, so you can do it. Then show link to submit another responses. Many times, suppose the respondent want to add the another response, so he may refresh the page and do it again, provided you have given that facility to do it. But suppose we are interested that the respondent should update it again and again, you are expecting some kind of the information from him, more information many times again. So if you click it, the respondent will get the link after submitting the response. Last is the quiz. So in the quiz, the question will be of the type of the choice base. Obviously, choice base can be checked easily if the answer gets stored with the question. So that facility is there. With the choice based question, the correct answer can be stored. Even the mass also can be stored there. Okay. So depend on answer is correct or not. Depends on the answer is correct or not. The respondent will get the value and forms can validate it. At the end of the entire thing, at the end of the entire form submission, he will get the score. So in this way, you may create the quiz. It is not possible to include this particular creating the quiz topic in this presentation. I will have the separate tutorial for it. You will have it at the reference links. Now creating it more attractive. So you may change the theme. So many things can be done here. You may change the theme. Okay, you may change the background color. You may change the font. It's a very easy thing. You just click on the palette. So the options are there. It is just clicking on it. So here I am showing you the palette symbol is there. If you click there, you will get this window, and depends on that you may change the colors and other theme options. Header image. So after in the last slide we have seen how the particular font and the color will be changed. Beside of this, at the top of the form you may add some kind of the image which will make it more decorative and attractive, or it may have some idea about what kind of the information you are collecting from the respondent. For example, that here in tab I have selected the images which is related to the education. So if we go with that book, so it will think that some kind of the academic information has been asked. Okay, if you are using some kind of the music, so it may be in general questions. So depends on that, you may select a particular header image. It is possible to upload your personal image also. You may load the image from anywhere, no issue. Even the GIF images can also be loaded with the header forms. So this is the way how we can change the color. It is in more detail. Okay, we are clicking on the theme option. We may select the color. These are only the possible colors for the form theme, and the background color is of the only three types. Now last option is that how to send Google form to the respondent. So at the right top there is a button send. If you click it, you will get this window. There are the three ways to send the form. The very first one is the email. So we can see here the in email there you write the email of the respondent to, and he will get this particular form via the email. At the bottom there is a checkbox to showing that include the form in the email. So it is possible that that form will be get loaded into the email, and it will not have he will not have to go to the browser. Okay, if you are not clicking it, it will go as that a web link. Okay, so another way is that the web link. Via web link you may share that web link on the any other applications like a WhatsApp, or like the messages, or the email even, or the text messages, or on the board, anywhere. Okay, if the respondent using that web link into the browser, he will get the form. If we are restricting him to have the email ID, so it will ask the respondent to log in with the Gmail. And the last one is that suppose you are having a website and you want to include this form with your website as a web page, that is also possible. If you click it here, you will get the HTML code, and that code can be added to the any HTML pages. The only restriction is that if you want to embed this particular file with your website, no question should be like uploading the files. Okay, that uploading the files to question that cannot be handled with this embedded only. Otherwise, there is no restriction at all. You can see there are the logos. We may upload or share it via Facebook or Twitter also. This is the way how we are including form into the image, email. Okay, now how to retrieve the responses and the feedback. As we know that so far we have seen about the question, and just to the side of it there is a responses. If you click it, okay, so you will see the responses. Now so far we have not upload any information, so there are the zero responses. Okay, the three ways by which we can collect the we can view the responses. One is the question wise, another is the individual responses, and third is the summary. Okay, here you may attach Google Sheet with the Google Form, so all your response will be get stored with the sheet. Okay, at the right this triple dot, if we click it here, you will get this window. There are the options. You may download your entire options as a CSV file. You may delete, okay, or you may collect it via email notifications about the responses. This is the summary response. Okay, if now in this particular window we can see there are the 220 responses, and I am asking them their qualification degree. Okay, so options are BCA, MCA, MSc likewise. So that particular 220 student has responded in a such a way that the 31.4% said they are from the MCA, and remaining are saying they are BCA. Okay, and the second is saying that in second year and third year they are mostly close to each other, 49.1 and 50.9. Okay, so this kind of the response summary is also available. You may directly take the screenshot and use it. Individual responses can be seen like this, and as we can see there is a mail ID and 1 out of 220. So here will be the information about the first respondent from it. Depends on that number, we may get a particular response.
Thank you for listening this lecture. Hope this particular lecture will be useful to you. You can share your queries or suggestions on my email ID that is given with the presentation. Dheeraj Rani, webspace@gmail.com. My mobile number is 988 1711 774. Thanking you. Thank you very much.